Hey everyone, welcome back to Eye on the Time. Today we're taking a look at Astor and Banks. Astor and Banks is a company based here in the US in Chicago, and it was founded by a guy named Andrew Perez. Now, Andrew describes himself as a watch guy ever since his dad showed him his Timex Indiglo, and ever since he bought his first watch when he was stationed in Germany during his military service. Now, all these watches are assembled here in Chicago and they're very high quality. They use either Swiss quartz movements or other high quality mechanical movements, such as the Miyota 9039 that is in the watch on my wrist today. And I just got some pretty good experience with the one that we're going to look at today. I've had it for a while now, just been quietly enjoying it. And yeah, it's one that I don't think I'm going to give up for quite a while, just because it's simple and just really enjoy having it. But with that out of the way, let's dive into it. And so here it is, the Astor and Banks Fortitude Lite. This is the powder blue dial, and it looks very, very good in person. I've actually gotten more comments on this watch than I've gotten on any others. And um, surprised, honestly, that some people knew what they were. I guess one guy, at least, who commented on it, it's probably his job to know watches, but he was he worked at a jewelry dealer. I'd gone in to pick up my wedding ring, my wedding band, and yeah, he was wearing a Rolex. He was one of their main watch guys, and he commented on how nice this was and how he had never seen one of these in person. So that that was a nice feeling to, have a guy wearing a Rolex who deals with nice watches all the time comment on your watch. And that speaks to the quality of Astor and Banks to begin with, just what they're putting out. So, um, that aside, this powder blue dial is awesome, as I said. But let's talk about the case material and the bracelet material. It's all 316L stainless steel. It's got brushed and polished areas. Um, Uses a baton gasket and a screw down crown, which is really nice because you can hear. I don't know if you could hear it on the microphone, but you can hear and feel a nice pop when you unscrew it. And then the movement stops when you pull it out, of course, because it has hacking. And you have hand winding, and of course, it is automatic as well. This is anti-magnetic. Comes with a flat sapphire crystal with AR coating on the underside. The dimensions are 38.5 on the case size, which I think is really a really nice sweet spot. I'll throw it on my wrist here. I think it's a really nice sweet spot because I'm a guy who really likes 40 or higher usually, but this sits perfectly, and it feels almost like a 40 to me, or at least like a 39. But it's a 38.5 case diameter. 10.5 is the thickness, or sorry, 10.9 is the thickness. The lug to lug is 45.5, and the lug width is 20. And then the case comes with the drill lug holes, and the bracelet tapers down to 16 millimeters at the clasp, which is nice and milled here. And the clasp itself is very nice. If I can get it to close properly. Doing it a little backward, it's a little awkward. But you got nice engraved Astor Banks there. 6 position micro adjust. It is not tooless. but it was easy enough to do. I used all of it, all 6 positions, because I was too lazy to take out a link when I first got it. Screw down case back. You can see Fortitude, anti-magnetic, automatic, Chicago, USA, Astor and Banks, and 20 atmospheres. That's right, it is 20 atmospheres, 660 feet of water resistance, which is quite a lot more than you'll ever need. You know, especially since this isn't particularly a dive style watch, but it's quite nice knowing that you can have that. This comes in multiple different dial colors. I will put some up on the screen. I think this powder blue is an excellent choice though, and that you can't really go wrong with it. The underside of the bracelet has polished chamfers for added comfort, and I cannot say that it has ever been lacking in comfort while I wear it. You know, I've never been wearing this thing and wish I had something else, you know, like a leather strap or anything. This steel bracelet is supremely comfortable. And one thing I would like to see is, of course, a tooless micro adjust. I think that's sort of becoming a standard in micro brands, is a tooless micro adjust. So I would like to see that in future updates, and I would like to see the quick release spring bars, as this does not have those either. But overall, an incredibly well made watch. And the lume on this is fantastic as well. We'll get you a lume shot. This is BGW9 Super Luminova. And this really is quite something, I have to say, on this powder blue dial. It's awesome. It's really nice in low light when you can still see the powder blue and the blue from the BGW9. It's just an awesome effect, it really is. You have all 3 hands and all of the markers that are loomed here, so really just A+ on the lume, and of course it lasts a really nice long time. So A+ on the lume, just like everything else about this watch. And I don't think I showed the A here on the side, the Astor and Banks logo on the sign crown. I'll show that real quick. It's pretty cool. Maybe a little hard for the camera to pick up, but it's very nice. The shape of the crown itself is very nice, very well done. Just this nice kind of a coin edge, and then a dome. Very easy to grip, very easy to use. Just overall, this is a very well thought out watch, and very easy to use. Well, I do want to go over what this watch came with, and I bought mine secondhand, so while I have almost everything, I am missing one piece, and that's the screwdriver. So we'll get to that, but it comes in this beautiful navy blue box, and inside you have this sleeve here, this pouch, and you have this leather case. You also have the warranty card and a couple little extras here. Pretty nice little diagram of a movement in there. Although this would not be the one that's actually in the watch, because that's a Swiss. And of course we have a Miyota. Happy New Watch Day. You can read that on your own. And then there's just an invoice in the bottom. And man, this is a Horween leather carrying case, and the smell of this is just heavenly. Open it up inside, we got some extra links. The watch came wrapped in bubble wrap. I don't know if that's how it comes from the factory, but that's how it came from the previous owner. And yeah, just a pretty nice little case to carry them. And you have room for extra straps. You have room for the screwdriver, which I don't have, but normally it'd be over here. And it's just overall a very nice, very attractive package. So A plus on the packaging. Astor and Banks, they do a phenomenal job for the money. So that's going to wrap it up for Eye on the Time today, guys. What do you think about Astor and Banks? I think they're phenomenal and well worth the price, especially if you can pick them up used like I did. Um, yeah, before I got one, I had seen reviews and I was like, I'm sure they're nice, but, you know, they can't be that great, right? Well, in my brief experience, yeah, they're that great. So I highly recommend you pick one up for yourself, try them out. And if you're going to be in the Chicago area, stop by and check them out because I think you'll be satisfied with what they have to offer. I really do. And let me know your favorite model in the comments down below and how you think they compare to other micro brands and what would you like to see from them, what kind of a style watch would you like to see them make next. And with that, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep an eye on the time.